Well, hi, good evening, and welcome to my shop on March 25th, about 10 o'clock at night. So, if you've been watching my videos as I post them, you know I've been working on Nordmende radios. Well, here's a third one, and what I want to do with this one tonight is simply test the tubes in it, because one of the other radios is requiring tubes, and I think I better find out if this one does too, so I can do a proper tube order for all these radios. So this one's called the Boheme. The yellow one is a I've forgotten the name, but I got too many of these. One's a Caruso, and the other one's a Turandot. So this is the Boheme here. Again, it's quite similar. It's very similar, in fact. And here's the tubes I'm going to be testing. And the usual tubes: ECC 85, ECH 81, EF 89, EABC 80. And the output tube is an EL 84. We're going to start with that tube. EL 84. Find it right off the bat. Now, this is the first time I've looked in the back of this radio, and I can see it's loaded with older capacitors, so it's going to be a little bit of work involved in getting this guy going. This tube looks pretty good. No real signs of heavy use or wear on it. EL84. So I'm going to set up my tube tester, and we're going to give it a test. Okay, let me double check this EL84. EV27930. EV27930. This should be set to 23 and 90. 23, 90. Okay, good. Let's find out if this is a good tube or not. So this is the output tube from the radio, and this tube works harder than the other tubes, and tends to wear out earlier. You know, its job is to provide the power to drive the speaker, so it's the hard working tube. The other tubes are more or less thinking tubes. This one's a working tube. Okay, we'll look for shorts. Watch this light here. If the light stays on, there is a short in the tube. And the answer is no. So this tube, to test good, must be higher than 3660. So I'll put this on the 6,000 scale. 3660, a little bit past halfway. It's perfect. It's good. That's a really good tube. Now it's good for one of two reasons. It's been replaced. This one's a younger tube, or this radio's never been played very much. That's the only way that can happen. So we're ready to do the next tube. Okay, I'll get the tube tester set up for that. Okay, as is common in the later tubes, this one has actually got 3 sections in it. You can see 3 separate little cans inside there. It's a busy tube, doing a lot of stuff. You see some dark signs of darkness here, like a stain on the glass. Right there, you can see it just below my finger. There's a black stain on the inside of the glass. A little hard to see on the camera there. That may indicate that the radio was actually played a lot, and that would mean the output tube is either really lucky or did get replaced at some point. Who knows for sure? Okay, for shorts, flashing is good actually. If it doesn't flash on the short test, it usually means it's not working. This tube, to be considered a good tube, now this is just one of the 3 sections I'm testing here. Should come up to 630. It's not very high on the scale, just up to here. There we go. Very good. So you can pretty much bet the rest of it is good too. Next test for that tube is a 0607, 16 and 0. 0, 6, 0, 7, 0, 16 and 0. 16 count. And for this test, we're pushing P1 OK above diodes OK. So here you see where you can't see, but it says diodes OK right here where I'm moving my finger. It just has to get up above that. Pushing the diode button. Uh-oh. Well, I didn't make it halfway there. Let's just double check a few things here. 0607. 06070. 16 and 0. 16 and 0. Wow. Well, that's pretty low. That's pretty low. I'm a little surprised. Next section, maybe even in the same section, 01070. 01070 and 16 and 53. Now this English number here is in case I just want to see replacing good. I would flip this to the English setting and then you just look at replacing good. But I like actual numbers. The number that this, well, this is a diode, so it's got to come out. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? I think I have to have this on English for the diode test. I think I made a mistake on the last test. Wow, way up there. I think I made a mistake on the last test. Let's repeat it then. I have too many tube testers to keep it all straight. 06070. 06070. So this is just repeating the first test. This should be at 0. And there we are. That's more like it. Kind of expect if one section is good, the others would be good too. They're all running for the same length of time. We've all been in there together. EV0203. EV0203. This is the last section in this tube. 0203 0 16 and 53. 16 and 53. English. Good. Okay. So that's two very good tubes in here so far. That's really good. Just putting it back in. And then I'll grab the next one here. Okay, the next one is an EF89. This is the IF amplifier tube. Just checking to see if it says EF89 on it. Well, the numbers look like they're worn off. Pretty safe to assume though it's the correct tube. Yeah, I can't see the numbers. Okay, set this up for an EF89. Okay, here we go. Let's double check this. EF89 27839. 27839. There's a cat at my door. 23 and 73. 23 and 73. And to test good, according to this tube tester, it should be above 1320 on here. So I'll pop around here. Check for shorts. Oh my gosh, really? This is barely flashing. It's not coming on, it's not indicating a short, but I think it's probably indicating trouble. Hey, Peanut. Peanut. What are you up to tonight? Here we go. Oh, you know what? Yeah, these don't test well when the tube's sitting over here. Holy smokes. Peanut, you're throwing me all off here. He's been after me all night. Just wants to get on my lap. 89. Okay, let's try it again. Let's see if we get some brighter flashes. I think that's the first time I've tested an empty socket. Okay, got some nice flashes there. Here we go. Okay, and the magic number was 13, so this is another great tube. It's in great condition. Fantastic. The other two Nordmende radios I've been working on in the last few weeks, loaded with bad tubes. So this is an ECH 81. I'll get the tube tester set up for that. There he is. You're a troublemaker tonight. Okay, back to work though. We're gonna get this done. You know what, Peanut? It's just this tube and one more, and I'm done. Let's double check the settings here. If you notice, I'm not using the roll chart that's in the machine. I'm using a supplementary list that must have been published sometime after the tube tester was first put on the market. 26137. 26137. And 14 and 70. Set these 14 and 70. This control, English control, only matters if I set this to English to use the replace and good feature of it. This one needs to come out 1260. Okay, so 1260 is about there. Look for shorts first. Hey, wait a minute. So you see it? It's late in the day. It's in the evening. It's late in the evening. Oh, come on, Peanut. He just looked at him and he thought, okay, he's going. Now he's disappointed. He didn't go. Okay, short now. Not much flashing here. Actually put the tube in the socket. Now it's just possible it hasn't made contact. I think that's the case. It's not heating up. Watch the pilot light. See if it flickers a bit. I think so. Sometimes tubes don't make a good contact in the socket, because the socket has yeah, there's the flash. Okay, test it now. Put your arms in the way there, Jim. You can tell the heater's come off because the pointer's going down. Come on, come on, tube. Nobody move. It's getting up around 1750. Close to 1800, and to be good, 1260. Oh, it's way over. Great. Come on, Peanut. I told you, just gotta wait a little bit. ACH 98030. 98030. This must be a two-part tube. 14 and 80. 14 and 80. This doesn't really matter. And before 2000 is what we're looking for now. Is it heat? Is it hot? I don't think it's hot. There we go. There we go. As the cathode heats up, it starts to emit electrons. The tube starts working. Supposed to get to 2000. It's only at 1500. There it goes. Right over 2000. Great tube. So I think this is probably a radio that has not been played very much. That would be my guess. Now the last tube is an ECC 85. This tube's job is to boost the FM antenna signal. When it comes in, he's just trying everything. Just hang on, Peanut. You can do it. Peanut. You can hang on. He says, no, I can't. ECC 85. So I'm going to leave the video running. I'll set this up. 76080. 76080. ECC 85, 11 and 85. Just a coincidence that this number goes to 85. Okay, for this to test good, 2580. So it's got to come way up to the top of the scale here. Let's put it in, because I learned tonight that you need to plug the tubes right into the socket. There we go for shorts. You can see the tube is heated. If there's a short, this light will stay on. Well, there isn't. What did I say? 20. I have to come right up, way up high. Oh, let's give it a little more time to warm up. ECC 85, right, 2580. Okay, try it again. Wow. 2580 is actually the reject point. So for the tube to be good, it's a much higher number. It's 4100 to be good. Okay, well, we'll try the other half of the tube here. Now someone's at my door. Okay, my wife has actually distracted the cat for me. So let's just check the number on this second half of this tube, 2103, 21030. The bias setting is 11, 85 on English. Should check for shorts, always check for shorts, just in case. And this guy should be coming up, same thing, 2580. So this tube's testing low, and my experience is these FM tubes, ECC 85, are often low in these radios, so I'm not too surprised about that. Is it too low for the radio to work? Don't know offhand. Well, I think we could plug this radio in and see what happens without taking much risk. Let's just look inside here, just to see if there's anything funny going on. So one thing I see is that this has been resoldered here. This is a type of fuse, or maybe a circuit breaker, I guess you could call that. Sits up here, and if it gets hot, it'll melt that solder, and this top piece will pop off. But somebody's resoldered it, and you have to ask yourself, they use the right kind of solder? Is that going to still work the same way it did? And the great thing is, I have replacements for those. Then over here on this side, up towards the front, you can see those two dark circles. Those are two tweeters. Those are electrostatic speakers. These radios commonly use electrostatic speakers. Chances are they're not operating. It's very high voltage on those speakers, unlike your regular 8 ohm guy like this one. These ones can have a couple hundred volts on them, so not good to stick your fingers in there. I'll plug in the FM antenna. The FM antenna in this radio, these radios are usually an engineered antenna. Yeah, so you can see there's a coil right in here, and then large sheets of tin foil running around. Anything else of interest in here? Let's see. No, I don't think so. I think looking for capacitors that appear to really disintegrated. I don't see anything like that. Now, when I start up a radio like this for the first time, I don't just plug it in the wall and see what happens. I have ways of controlling the amount of power that can reach. I have a simple way of controlling the amount of power that can reach the radio. And that's in case something is short-circuited inside the radio. It's a good radio. It's got a little bit of paint on it. All good radios have paint specks. So, a very simple system. If you watch my videos, you've heard me say this I don't know how many times, but there's always new viewers. I have a dim bulb system. These two light bulbs form a dim bulb system. Is yeah, not a system. So what happens is I turn the power on. I can direct it through those light bulbs on its way to the radio. If the radio has a short circuit in it, those light bulbs will come on full blast and stay that way. On the other hand, if the radio is operating properly, what's going to happen when I turn the power on? The lights are going to come on fairly bright in the camera. They'll look really bright. Then they'll quickly dull down, maybe to the point where you can't see them. And then as the tubes begin to operate and draw current, there'll be more current being drawn through the lights, and they'll start coming up again a little bit. Okay. So we're plugged in. So I'm going to make sure the radio's switched off right now. Let's just check. Seems to be working. So we're going to apply power here. So this button, if I push it down, power is going through the light bulbs. If I flip it up, they're no longer involved, and it's Niagara Falls pushing on this thing. Okay. Oops. So nothing's happened, and that's perfect because the radio's switched off. I'm going to turn the power off. We're going to pick broadcast, a regular AM radio band. Make sure the volume's down. Just check quickly and see what's moving. Everything's moving. Good. Here we go. Watching the lights now. Remember, up bright, down. Maybe you can't see them, and then back up again. And maybe you won't even see them when they come back up. Bright and going down. So that's the heaters on the tubes warming up. When they get hotter, they get a higher resistance. They don't draw as much. Now as the tubes come on, yep, I can see a little glow in this one. Yeah, you can kind of see it on the camera. Perfect. So that, you see the magic eyes come on. Okay, so we can flip this up now and give it the whole shooting match. Give it a moment to stabilize. That's excellent. You could come down here for a better look at the radio. What do we get? Oh, thumbs up on that. Tune around, the pointer's here. The low end of the dial's up here. The low frequency's up here. So we're going to head up there. Of course, it is nighttime. So that buzz is coming from some lights being overloaded in my shop. And I'll take that back. It's not from the lights. It's not from any lights. No lights. No lights are causing that. But it's the same right across the band. Notice this isn't doing much here. So this should be, with signal strength going up and down. Looks much brighter in the camera than it actually is. Okay, could be the push button just didn't make contact. That's very common in these radios. Loads of volume here. Very, very good. So the tone controls, let's push one. Make sure one of these is in. Well, I would say something's out of sorts. Okay, we will try shortwave 1. Shortwave 1 is 5 megahertz. This is the high end again. Down to 2. So this is kind of like a long wave band. And there's nothing. I have no antenna hooked up to it, so I'm not going to get anything there. Lots of crackling. Crackling can be lots of different things. FM. Okay, so this just changed a lot. Oh no, like the rest of them. So I am doing 2 other Nordmendes right now. Both of them have weak FM. I was just kind of hoping this one would be strong. A little concerned about why that went the way it did. Yeah, that's a bit of a bad sign. Because what it looked like to me is pushing the FM button killed the high voltage in the radio. And let's just take a look at what's going on back here. If there's any excitement. Of course, I've got all my senses going. I'm smelling and stuff like that. There's nothing happening. Nothing bad happening. Except the radio's not working. Okay, let's do one more thing. I'll put it on broadcast. This is the antenna here, the loop just behind here. Let's see, a loop. Put my finger near it. So it seems like the radio is very weak. The other thing is this is a directional antenna, and it could have just been the radio was in a bad direction. So I'm going to dial my way down this area. I just don't think it's going to work. No. No. Nope. It's a nope. Okay, so that's 3 bad Nordmendes I have now. Oh my gosh, I'm really in it now. Really in it. Okay, well, thanks for watching. The reason I did the tube testing suddenly on this radio is I'm putting out a tube order for the other radio, and I thought I'd better check this one, and sure enough, it needs a tube too, and I don't have any of those anymore. Okay, well, thanks for watching. See you on the next video.